Yeah. And I remember, when going back through the story and talking to people, and going through the documents, like Southwest T really had a problem with how flashy Meech was.
Yes.
And that created a
Yes.
friction because not like Southwest T was a humble dude, but he wasn't that flashy, and he felt that Meech's flashiness was going to get them busted.
Okay. Let me say this. If you don't mind, I'm gonna go back to when with the 50 Boys, okay? 50 Boys, Derek, Meeks, and Meech were already street, okay? I didn't have to work with them much as I had to work with Terry, because Terry was in school at the time. He was doing that education thing, okay? And once he became a 50 boy, and when that motherfucking bling and that money started popping in, that's when he left school. So I had to instill that street game into him more so than Derek Meeks and Meech. So yeah, Terry was, and as they got older and mature into the game, Terry was more of fucking with them hoes and a gambler. Okay? He wasn't into, he always, as a young man, he was always more like on a quiet set, okay? So that's why I said I had to put that street into him, okay? Because he was more quiet, far as Derek and Meech, they was buck wild. So it didn't take me much to, put the shit into them. But Terry, he was more he was going to school, and then he stopped going to school. So that you could see that as it progressed into BMF.
Got it. Well, by 2007, like I said, the feds came through, did a bust all over the place. Dozens of people got arrested. Ultimately, Terry and Meech get arrested, and before they go to trial, they both plead guilty to 30 years in prison.
Mm-hmm.
When you heard the news that these two little homies that you had, that you brought up and raised and molded
little
and
homies,
so forth.
my they was more family, like sons, nephews to me, and I know where you're going with this. How did I feel about that?
Yeah.
Them getting, all that time?
Yeah.
I felt, it fucked me up that they got so much time. We talking about 30 years, all that, because they really didn't connect them with no murders or nothing like. They went to jail for selling drugs, okay? And you had motherfuckers that before them that got, that did. I'm not gonna say they was on a level as big as Meech and Terry, but they didn't get that much time. And I think the prosecutors, the shit that Meech did, as far as the billboards and all that shit, that kind of reflected on the time that was served, that they were sentenced. Okay, I felt for them, but once again, to you young motherfuckers out there in the game, it's shit that wants to get in the game as well. Shit come with this, okay? You gonna do some time. You gonna get killed. And you know what I'm saying? It's not either. It's. I think I'm in the 10% club. Okay, I got in that shit and got out, but the game is not somewhere you want to be. Don't think ever in life, wherever you hear me, like with this interview, anything that I did in the past, and I'm going to do in the future. I'm not glorifying what I did, okay? But I'm just trying to get my shit what's due to me. Motherfuckers, 50 boy this, 50 boy that, and they is not acknowledging the motherfucker that founded, created, and groomed them boys to be 50 boys, which was E.D. Boyd. Okay? That's, all I'm talking about. I'm not talking, I'm not glorifying the life of the street.